185-mile-per-hour winds destroying parts of the Bahamas. People there pleading for help.
Everyone pray for us.
Homes destroyed, massive power outages, entire communities underwater. The harrowing rescues our reporter just witnessed. And the race to get out. Dorian now heading towards Florida. Mandatory evacuations underway in some parts. States of emergency up through North Carolina. Rob Marciano on why the devastation is just getting started. And the other breaking headline, the deadly highway rampage, the chaos and terror as bullets rang out from a speeding car. Come on! At least 7 people killed across more than a dozen crime scenes. Tonight, the hunt for a motive. Growing more violent, protesters tossing bricks and firebombs. Police in Hong Kong firing back with tear gas, then storming the subway, attacking them underground. Hotel poison scare, the hazmat incident that sickened 9 people and left 1 person dead. Was it a suicide? Also tonight, actor Kevin Hart and his vintage car careening off a treacherous road. The car destroyed. How did he survive? And sharing the spotlight, Naomi Osaka defeating 15-year-old phenom Coco Gauff. The emotional moment that surprised everyone.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Llamas, and we begin with the relentless threat from Hurricane Dorian, growing over the past 24 hours to a monster Category 5 storm, striking the Bahamas with 185-mile-per-hour winds and now heading towards the U.S. mainland. As we come on, take a look at this hurricane. It's still churning over parts of the Bahamas. Dorian slamming ashore in the northern Bahamas, the most powerful storm ever recorded to strike the island nation. The rain and storm surge flooding streets, surrounding homes, trapping people inside. The first images of the damage just coming in. Power and communications are gone. Tonight, Hurricane Dorian is now heading towards the U.S. mainland, but its impact in the Bahamas is revealing just how dangerous this storm can be. ABC's Marcus Moore is there in Abaco, Bahamas, reporting from inside the eye of the hurricane.
Tonight, Hurricane Dorian tearing across parts of the Bahamas. The powerful Category 5 storm pummeling the Abaco Islands with relentless rain and that damaging wind.
You can see what it's doing here, and off in the distance, those waves crashing against the pier. Officials fear that this storm will leave catastrophic damage here in this part of the islands.
The eye of the storm passing right through the Abaco Islands. Intense gusts continuing. The wind so strong we had to take cover inside.
I don't know how well you can see it, but I want you to listen to the wind and the howl of the wind as it goes by. Look at that. Those are the wind gusts that we have seen and that officials have warned about.
The whole roof came off.
Roofs ripped away and the power knocked out.
We've seen large pieces of debris flying in the other direction. All right, and it looks like we've just lost power. Not sure if we're still on.
Dorian, the second strongest storm ever recorded in the Atlantic. Our Janice Fernandez with Miami station WPLG, also at the same hotel.
We rode out the storm in the bunker room. We had to hold on to the door for about 10 minutes because if we let go, it would have blown off.
Americans stuck on these islands sending us these videos.
It's a little scary. Some of the roof pieces blowing off, but no structure yet.
The storm moving slowly across the region.
My baby's only 4 months old, please. Pray for us.
The aftermath devastating. Some of the homes here vulnerable to the storm's relentless winds. Now, the wait to see what Dorian has left behind of parts of this island nation.
And Marcus Moore and his team are still riding out this monster storm. Communications are very difficult tonight, as you can imagine, and as you saw in his report. But he just called in with this latest update.
I have seen utter devastation here in Marsh Harbor. We are surrounded by water with no way out. The storm surge taking over the terrain. Absolute devastation. There really are no words. It is pure hell here. We have also seen astonishing moments where people, we caught them swimming to safety. We had been hearing that this Category 5 would have devastating winds, and the meteorologists, the experts, the officials, they were right.
Marcus Moore and his team reporting from the center of Hurricane Dorian tonight. Now to the U.S. mainland, where Dorian has triggered states of emergency from Florida up through North Carolina. Tonight, mandatory evacuations are in place for 6 Florida counties. And just a short time ago, authorities adding parts of Jacksonville to the list. ABC's Victor Oquendo on the race to get away.
Tonight, the Category 5 monster Hurricane warnings just issued in Florida, millions on high alert from here to North Carolina. The catastrophic storm expected to come dangerously close to Florida's coast.
It's a very dangerous storm, and a lot of people don't realize that even if it doesn't hit us directly, the winds and the rain are going to be devastating.
Mandatory evacuations just issued for parts of Jacksonville and 6 Florida counties, including Palm Beach, home of President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. Hurricane Dorian's unpredictable track sending visitors searching for another place to stay.
Has this whole process been kind of nerve-wracking at any point for you?
A little bit, at least 4 hours of every day has been changing my schedule.
Residents scrambling for last-minute supplies.
And is this a brand new generator?
Yes, we just bought it.
When'd you buy it?
Just today.
Barrier islands like this one in Palm Beach County are under a mandatory evacuation, and here's why. Take a look from above. These are very narrow strips of land. They're surrounded by water on both sides. The storm surge could easily flood the entire area.
The president canceling a trip to Poland, visiting FEMA headquarters today, saying he's surprised by Dorian's strength.
A Category 5 is something that I don't know that I've ever even heard the term, other than I know it's there. That's the ultimate, and that's what we have, unfortunately.
Drivers waiting in long lines to fill up on gas in Florida and in the Carolinas, where officials have now declared states of emergency.
North Carolina has to take this seriously. Be ready.
New video showing hundreds of utility trucks lined up in Florida, ready to respond.
And Victor Oquendo joining us now live from Delray, Florida. Dorian having a major impact on travel. And Victor, I know tonight you have new information on the plans for several major airports.
That's right, Tom. Palm Beach International shutting down tomorrow ahead of the storm. Orlando International staying open for the time being, but saying they'll be monitoring Hurricane Dorian. The best advice for passengers right now, double check with your airline. Tom?
Victor Oquendo live for us tonight. Victor, thank you. And as Victor reported, among the deadliest threats from this hurricane is the powerful storm surge that could be coming. Take a look at this drone shot in Melbourne Beach, Florida, showing just how close the water is to the roads there. ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is right there tracking the approaching storm. Rob, good evening.
Good evening, Tom. We're already starting to feel the impacts of Dorian in the way of wind and some waves as it lashes the Bahamas less than 200 miles from this coastline. The strongest hurricane in this part of the world to make landfall since 1935. Look at it on the satellite pictures, still impacting it, and it has slowed to a crawl, unfortunately. So we have hurricane warnings that have been posted for the central Florida coastline from Jupiter through Cape Canaveral. We expect hurricane conditions within the next 36 hours. Let's talk about the next 24. Look how slowly it moves towards Freeport. By tomorrow morning, still not past it. Hurricane force winds there, maybe gusting over 100 miles an hour. Some weakening expected, but the wind field could be expanding. Here's the forecast track for the rest of the time. Looking for a Category 5 during the day tomorrow, getting to a Category 4, raking the coastline of much of Florida, West Palm to Melbourne during the day on Tuesday, a Category 3 on Wednesday abreast of Jacksonville, Savannah, Charleston on Thursday, North Carolina, Virginia on Friday, and much of the northeastern coastline. Any deviation to this track to the west, Tom, we are talking about a significant damage swath across much of the east coast of Florida. That's what we're worried about most tonight. Tom?
And that's why we're tracking it so closely. All right, Rob, our thanks to you. Now to our other breaking headline, the deadly highway rampage in West Texas. An active shooter situation across many miles. A traffic stop turning into a gun battle. The driver shooting from his moving car. More than a dozen crime scenes, families laying in the dirt outside one of them. The carnage coming to an end when the driver slams into a police car. Officers then moving in. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman is on the scene with the latest on the investigation.
That deadly rampage that left 7 dead and over 20 wounded, ending in a crunch of metal and gunfire outside this Texas movie theater. Families screaming in terror, diving down in a nearby field.
Get down, get down.
A woman using her own body to shield a child. It began just after 3 p.m. Saturday with a traffic stop. Authorities saying police pulled over 36-year-old Seth Atur, who allegedly blasted rifle fire out his rear window, hitting an officer.
Shooter is in a Toyota, headed westbound towards Odessa.
Reports of shootings and victims flooding police scanners.
We have an active shooter on the interstate. There's another gunshot victim at 125-mile marker.
The shooter seemingly popping up all over the Odessa-Midland area.
A different type of active shooter that we were involved with because he was mobile.
5 people shot or 5 shootings?
terrifying drivers.
Their back windshield shot out.
Police say the shooter, armed with an assault-style weapon, then ditched his car and hijacked a postal van, killing its driver. A local TV station even evacuating its studio as a precaution.
All scenes are being processed. Again, well over 15 scenes.
The last of the shooting scenes, the Synergy movie theater, SWAT teams storming in. Evacuating those inside and unwittingly sending them right into that final shootout.
Wait, they don't have him yet. Come on.
Jody, stay low. Please stay low.
And after ramming police cars with that postal van, the shooter is killed. Rick Lobo was right there.
I heard the shots going over my head. I mean, I'm lucky. There was a lot of people today that probably didn't go home.
Authorities swarming the suspect's home tonight, investigating what triggered that rampage. The second mass shooting to traumatize this state in a month. And tonight, Texas's governor dodging the issue of banning assault-style rifles.
I do want to point out, however, that some of the shootings have not involved ARs.
Matt Gutman joins us now live from Odessa, Texas. And Matt, authorities telling you the rampage went on for more than an hour. And if police hadn't stopped the suspect at that theater, it could have been much worse.
Tom, police displayed incredible courage, using their vehicles and their own bodies to block that shooter from getting to the hundreds of moviegoers who've been evacuated to the fields just behind me. One officer wounded in that exchange of gunfire, and we're told tonight that all of the wounded are in stable condition, including, Tom, that 17-month-old baby girl.
Matt Gutman on yet another mass shooting in this country. All right, Matt, thank you. This latest mass shooting prompting a new round of sorrow, anger, but also new calls for action. President Trump returning from Camp David today, saying his administration is committed to ending the menace of mass attacks. Congress returns to the Capitol next week. Will there be an agreement this time? ABC's Rachel Scott is at the White House.
Tonight, President Trump says this latest shooting rampage has not changed the conversation around gun reform.
This really hasn't changed anything. We're doing a package, and that's irrespective of what happened yesterday in Texas.
As Congress is preparing to start a new session, Washington is under pressure to act on the issue of gun control.
Why should Americans believe that now is different?
They've been doing a lot of work and having to do with guns, and I think you're going to see some interesting things coming along.
In August alone, mass shootings taking over 50 lives in this country, including 22 in El Paso, 9 in Dayton, and now 7 in Odessa. And lawmakers have been working on bipartisan gun control proposals during the summer recess, including Republican Pennsylvania Senator Pat Toomey.
Do you think you have President Trump's backing and other Republicans?
Well, I will tell you, I have spoken with the president repeatedly and recently about this topic. He is very interested in doing something meaningful. He hasn't endorsed a specific bill.
In the wake of the deadly violence, President Trump sending mixed messages on background checks.
We need meaningful background checks.
Then days later, changing course.
We have very strong background checks right now.
But today, repeating his claim, the violence isn't a gun issue, it's a mental illness issue.
As strong as you make your background checks, they would not have stopped any of it. It's a mental problem.
And a recent Quinnipiac poll shows that 93% of registered voters support universal background checks. Now, we're told one of the first things that the House Judiciary Committee will do this session is discuss gun control legislation. But the House has already passed 2 bills expanding background checks. So far, the Senate has failed to act. The ball still in their court tonight, Tom.
Rachel, thank you. Moving on now overseas to Hong Kong, where clashes are becoming even more violent. A 13th consecutive weekend of clashes between police and protesters. ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell in the center of that unrest.
Tonight, more bloodshed, more anger as the 3-month standoff between protesters and police in Hong Kong continues to escalate. This weekend, demonstrators throwing Molotov cocktails and bricks at riot police after they move in.
Multiple rounds of tear gas. They're using percussion grenades.
The pitched battles lasting through the day and night.
We've now got hundreds of riot police, including specialist Raptor units. You see the water cannon now pushing forward.
At one point, police storming a subway station, beating unarmed young protesters who had only umbrellas to protect themselves, many of them badly blooded as they were led away.